Electing when to take our Social Security benefits is one of the largest retirement decisions that most people are going to make. This is something that you definitely want to do right. In this video, I'm going to talk about the best and the worst ages that you can take your Social Security benefits. Now we're going to get into the details of this big decision, and I just want to show you where we're going with the video. First off, you're going to notice that on this chart, a lot of information that we'll fill in here in just a few minutes. But what we're talking about is deciding whether we're going to take our benefits at 62 for retirement age or at 70. But notice, we're also going to look at when we pass away. And of course, none of us know when that's going to happen. But as we look at life expectancy, then we're going to have to make a decision as to how long we think we're going to live. So we're going to look at the ages of 82, passing away at 82, 85, or at age 90. Again, depending upon when we take our Social Security benefits. So we're going to fill this chart in during this video. All right, I just want to lay the foundation a little bit about Social Security benefits to make sure we're real clear as to what we're going to be talking about today when we discuss taking our Social Security benefits. The first way, and the majority of people that are taking Social Security are doing so because of retirement, meaning they've paid into this Social Security system all their life, most of their life, and so they're going to actually draw benefits off of their own work record. That's one way we take. The second way we can take is spousal. I'm not going to teach you about spousal right now. I've got a lot on that, but I want to make sure you know when we look at this chart, we're not talking about spousal benefit. Spousal benefit is normally 50% of the person that you're going to draw of, your spouse or ex-spouse, and their full retirement age. You actually get 50% of that amount depending upon when you decide to take. So if we're going to take at our own full retirement age, then there's no reduction in that benefit. But again, it's going to max out at 50% of that other person's full retirement age. Number three would be survivor. This means that someone has passed away. This could be a widow or a widower, and so we're going to take those benefits either off of someone that we were married to or that we're presently married to, and then they pass away. This would be 100% of whatever that person was eligible for when they passed away. And then the last, of course, would be disability. This would be someone that's diagnosed with either a physical or emotional disability, so they're drawing disability benefits. And here's my point. Although all these are very important for this video, here's what I'm focusing on. When you make the decision to take your own retirement benefits, we want to make sure we're making the right decision. All right, that brings us then to the second factor as we go through this decision. We have to know exactly what our full retirement age is, and that's going to vary depending on when you're born. So anyone that had a date of birth between 1943 and 1954 has a full retirement age of 66 and 0 months. So right at 66, their birth month will be their full retirement age. But then after 1954, the government began to add 2 months to everyone's full retirement age. So if you're born in 1955, you had a full retirement age of 66 plus 2 months. 1956, it would have been 66 and 4 months. 57, they had 6 months. 58, they had 8 months. 1959, they added 10 months. And then 1960 on, anyone born in those years has a full retirement age of an even of 67. Now, for my example, we're actually going to focus on this, but I want to make sure that you were clear on that. So I want to show you how to calculate your full retirement age if indeed you're someone that's going to have to add these months. I am shooting this video today is 11/7 of 2024. That's today's date. Okay, now let's suppose that someone is turning 65 today. They're now eligible for Medicare, right? And so they have a date of birth of 11/7 and 1959. Right? And so they turn 65 today. And so you can see they're right here. Their 59 birth date, that would be 66 plus 10 months. So let me show you how we count these. So we know that they're going to hit 66 11/7 of 2025, but they're not yet full retirement age because we have to add 10 months. So the way we count that, we would go to November and we would start counting December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So September 1 of 2026 would be this person's full retirement age. Now this is going to matter here in just a few minutes as we talk about electing our benefits at our full retirement age. So this is how you can calculate it to determine your precise age. Hey, if you found this video helpful and you want to see more Medicare information just like it, then go below, right below the video, and you can give us a thumbs up as well as subscribe to our channel. And every time I put a new video, which is about 2 every week, you'll be notified notified of that video, and others just like you who need this vital information will get it as well. All right, so now back to that chart that I showed you here just a couple minutes ago. And again, we're going to fill all this in completely. But when we go back and just talk about someone who has a full retirement age of 67, right? And we're looking at someone that has a monthly benefit of $2,300. I'm going to show you how we get there because it's an average. And so we know that if we take our Social Security early, we take less. If we wait until age 70, we're going to take more. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly how we arrived at that $2,300 number for the monthly benefit. So right now, if someone were to retire at full retirement age of 67, in other words, they're projected to retire then, and again, this would be someone that's born after 1960, they have a full retirement age of 67. And so right now for a man, this would be numbers that the government is putting out right now. So for a man, that benefit is projected to be in the neighborhood of $2,900 and some change, okay? For a lady, so now we're talking about a female, that average benefit projected for full retirement age right now is $1,700, and these are monthly amounts, okay? All right, so that's the average expected for a full retirement age of 67. Now again, yours could be higher, yours could be lower, but I want to make sure you know how we arrive at these numbers. So you can see right here that there is about a $1,200 difference between male and female in these projections. So what I'm going to do is just kind of split the difference. All right, so if I were to add 600 to that, I'm at 2,300. If I take 600 for that, I'm at 2,300. So that's why we're using the $2,300, because we can accurately say that's going to be an average of someone that's going to retire at 67 at their full retirement age. So we're going to use this number as our monthly benefit as we calculate to see the impact of taking Social Security either at 62, at 67, or age 70, and how long we're going to live. Okay, so let's be clear on this. So we do know that if my full retirement age amount is this much, we know at 67 that's what I'd get. But if I take early as 62, for every year we basically are going to lose about 6% a year, 0.5% per month. So that would be a full 5 years that we're going to be reduced, that full 30%. Okay, so we'll talk about that number in just a second. And then we know that I don't have to take it full retirement age. I can delay that. We call those delayed retirement credits. And so we actually can grow that. Now, there's never a reason to go beyond 70 because it's not going to grow anymore. But what it's going to do is actually going to grow at 8% a year. So now we're going to get on the plus side of 24%. So that's a full retirement age. That's what we'll get if we take early. This is what we'll get if we decide to delay and actually take it at age 70. So those are the numbers that we'll be using to determine when will be the best time for us to take. Hey, if you come to a place where you know you're going to have to make some Medicare decisions pretty soon, the best way to do that is to click up here in this right-hand corner, and you'll have an opportunity to be able to book a call with one of our Medicare guides. All the guides around here I have personally trained, and they truly are professional. They'll answer your questions, and they'll show you different Medicare options to make sure that you're confident in the decision that you make. All right, so back to the chart. Now you see how we arrived at these numbers. So again, this is going to be the average between male and female, full retirement age at 67, someone born 1960 thereafter. If we take early, that's that 5 years early, a full 30% reduction, our monthly check would be $1,610. If we wait, we're going to grow it 24% as we just saw, and now that monthly check is going to be $2,850. And so what I'm going to do in this chart is I'm actually going to give you the examples again. If we pass away at 82, how much do we get? If we pass away at 85, or we pass away at 90. Now, I'll share a couple numbers with you right now. The average life expectancy, if someone makes it to 65, let's say a lady makes it to 65, her life expectancy is an additional 19.7 years, so we'll call it 20. So the average life expectancy for a lady that makes it to 65 is going to make it to 85. For a man, it's an additional 17 years. So average life expectancy for a man that makes it to 65 is on average going to live to be 82. Now, about a third of all ladies right now live to be age 90. About 16% of all men live to be to age 90. Of course, none of us know when, but the point is that's how we're coming up with these numbers. All right, so we know our monthly benefit. So if we decide that we are going to take our benefits, here's what's going to happen. If I take at age 62 and I took that 30% reduction and I happen to pass away at age 82, I would have drawn lifetime benefits, you can see $386,400. right? Now, if I were to wait to my full retirement age of 67, obviously I got more monthly, but I went without that cash flow for those 5 years, those 60 months. And so what's going to happen then is because I'm going to get a higher check, but I still died at age 82, you can see I'm going to get $414,000, so about $28,000 more. I passed away still at 82, but because I delayed taking, I got that additional amount of money. Now, again, I'm still passing away at 82, but I delayed my retirement benefits till age 70. Notice it's less. So if someone did not make it to 82, it would have been better in this instance to go ahead and take at their full retirement age. That would have been a better financial decision to actually get more from that system. All right, so that's passing away at 82. Let's talk about passing away at age 85. Now remember, this is average for a lady. This was average for a man. So let's look at this chart. So if I decide to take my Social Security benefits as early as possible, age 62, and I die at age 85, I would have gotten $444,360 in lifetime benefits. If I waited to full retirement age, obviously my check's more, 30% more. I'm going to draw for 18 years, but notice what happens. I'm going to get another $52,000 over my lifetime from the Social Security system. If I wait to age 70, what happens? Well, I'm going to get $513,000. Not a whole lot of difference here. What about $17,000? But again, I get that because I went ahead and delayed 3 years. So delaying that, if I do live to be age 85, is not a bad decision. May not be what you want to do, but the point is we're trying to decide how much can we draw over our lifetime. So if we have life expectancy, have parents that live to be 85, 90 years old, that may happen to you as well. And so it may benefit you to delay. Now let's look at our last death. And again, this would be at age 90. 30% of all ladies, about 1 out of 3, and 16% of men actually live to be to age 90. And so notice, so again, if I took early, I'm going to draw benefits for a full 28 years, long time. I would have gotten $540,000. But if I delay and start taking for retirement age, not going to get as long, but notice because I'm going to get more, look how much I'm going to get another $84,000 from the Social Security system because I had that longevity of life. And then notice if I took it at age 70, I die at 90, I drew for 20 years, again I got $684,000. So the whole point is here as we look at this, the longer we expect to live, then the wiser it is to delay taking those Social Security benefits if we don't have to have that money immediately. Now sometimes people have to take it as early as possible because they need it for cash flow purposes. But if someone doesn't need that money, they can draw from other assets or some retirement other benefits. If they have life expectancy that's beyond the norm, beyond the average, it actually could make sense for them to go ahead and delay taking that. Now I'll close with this. Me personally, my wife does not have much Social Security benefits, so my plan is to go to age 70 anyways. Why is that? Well, because even though I may not live long enough to really benefit from delaying to age 70, she'll probably live a long time, and that survivor benefit would be 100%. So not only do I care about the impact for me financially, but if you're going to be married, you have to also be considering that spouse, especially if that spouse does not have much of their own Social Security income. So there you have it. Now, it would be wonderful if we all had a crystal ball to know exactly how long we're going to live, but what we're going to have to decide is when are you going to take and when do you think you'll pass away, because that is going to have definitely an impact for the lifetime benefit that you're going to receive from Social Security, and clearly all of us want to maximize that amount.